Chapter 42. Kinabukasan ay ayaw nang lumaban pa ng ulo ko. Nasobrahan kami kagabi. Dahil pagkatapos magkasino ay niyaya kami ng isang barkada nila Romina sa isang VIP na may-ari pala ng casino chains na yon. Hawak ko ang nasisirang ulo. Ano bang ginagawa mong bata ka? Palagi na lang sumasakit ang ulo mo. Paanong sasakit yan kung nandito ka lang sa bahay, ha, Chris? Paninermo ni Nanang Telma sa akin sa kusina. Wala po ito, kulang lang sa tulog. Pagsisinungaling ko. Dahil ang totoo niyan, napasubo na naman kagabi. Nakalusot na naman ako pero itong si Ingrid na ito ay kanina patingin ng tingin. Hindi naman siya makasumbong. Palibhasa, kaya palaging late matulog ay boyfriend ata yung isang nagpapatrolya. Habang inaantay ko ang nilulutong lugaw ni Nanang Telma ay kinutingting ko ang aking cellphone. Nag-deactivate ako ng Facebook tulad nga ng sinabi ni Romina at dahil napagtanto kong iyon din ang aking gusto. Ayoko nang makabasa pa ng kung ano tungkol sa akin at para isang bagong pagkukwento na sa buhay ko ang mangyari. Sa aking bagong gawang Instagram ay nagpasa ako ng picture mula sa ituktok ng aming mansyon. Sina Romina ang mga nag-like at katulad nga ng sa Facebook ay kay Rami rin ng kanyang followers. Sian MD following you. Ang dumating na notification. Sian MD took a photo of you. Ang ikalawang dumating kaya napataas ang aking kilay. Siya ang kabarkada ni na Romina, ang anak ng may-ari ng casino kagabi. At siya ang nagdala sa amin sa isang VIP room. Ang laman ng picture ay kaming tatlo. Kaming tatlong magpipinsan na nakaupo sa bar ng kwarto. Nakangiti kaming lahat sa camera at dahil hindi pa ako masyadong lasing niyan kaya naaalala ko. Nakita sa background si Arjun na mag-isa nakaupo sa gilid. Sumunod ito kagabi doon. Sian's Angels. Ang caption. Umani yun ng maraming mga puso at komento dahil sa trayo ngunit may ilang nakapansin din sa akin. Naintriga ako sa mga komento dahil tila ba hindi friendly na mga tao ang aking mga pinsan. Pero napag-uusapan na rin naman namin kagabi ang tungkol sa pamilya. Sa totoo lang, komportable ako. Malayo sa akin na mama. May katumbas ang trayo sa side ng pamilya kong iyon na malayo sa komportable. Iyon lang naman ang mahalaga sa akin, ang maging maayos. Nakangisi ako habang binabasa ang mga batuhan ng mga komento ni na Arjun at Sian nang alertuhin ng mga kasambahay. Sumilip ako sa bintana, nakitang alerto din ang mga nagpapatrolya. Andyan na si Papa? Tanong ko kay Nanang Telma. Oo, kaya maghilamos ka na para mahimasmasan ka. Maabutan ka ni Gov na ganyan, sige. Napanguso ako, naalala ko na naman ang nangyari kahapon. Nasa akin pa rin ang credit card kaya tanda na hindi ako nananaginip. At syempre, kung wala ang mahiwagang card ay hindi kami napasok ng kasino. Umakyat na muna ako sa kwarto, sinunod ang matanda. Hindi pa rin nagbabago ang schedule ni Papa, ganun pa rin bihirang kaming magkita sa umaga kaya't tanging sa gabi o madaling araw kami magpapang-abot. Kung magkikita man kami ay siya ang susubok sa akin dahil hindi ko pa rin ito kinikibo. Yung mga araw na sinasabayan niya akong mag-umagahan ay hindi ko alam kung paano niya isinisingit. Nagkibit-balikat na lamang ako at naligo. Bumaba ako, suot ang gray sando and a fancy cotton shorts. Eksaktong paakyat naman si Papa kaya nag-abot kami. Good morning, Iha. He greeted as I tried to dodge him. Napahinto ako. Morning po. Nagangat ako ng tingin sa pagod niyang mga mata. Probably from last night and some other duties. I want to talk to you in my office. Malinaw niyang sabi. A feeling of nostalgia waved through my spine. Sa pamamaraan niyang trato ni Papa sa akin, pakiramdam ko ay nakabalik ako sa aking batang sarili. May ginawang masama kaya papagalitan. Right now? I tried to sound casual. Kahit na ang mga nasa utak ko ay sinasakal ko na si Ingrid. Siya siguro ang manunumbong. Yes. Are you busy? Nang umiling ako ay muling umakyat si Papa na sinundan ko naman. Binaybay nito ang gilid ng balustrade. The thick, delicate carvings on the sides of it matched Papa's perfect stance habang ako nasa kanyang likuran ay nababahala. Hindi naman kami nagkita doon sa casino at sinabi ko na rin kay Harold na wag akong isusumbong. Sa realisasyon ay napakunot ang noo ko. Papagalitan ba ako tulad ng dati? Did he expected me to be the same girl after he'd managed to return me here? The tamed one, the abandoned puppy? Nako, sa principal's office ang bagsak ng bata. Good luck, Chris. Namataan ako ni Nanang Thelma mula sa ibaba. Hindi ko siya pinansin at pumasok na. The home office complements the Victorian style of our house. Dark corners, warm wood, and brown floors. Soft leather chairs gathered around the fireplace, stacks upon stacks of book above it. The luxury was masked by the warm feeling swirling in the air, very much unlike my father. Please sit. His voice echoed in the whole room. Yun ang aking ginawa. Binunot ko na sa aking bulsa ang kanyang credit card. Nakabulsa na talaga yan sa akin kanina at bala kong isoli sa kanya pagbaba ko. What do you want? Is this about last night? Paninimula ko at nilapag sa desk niya ang credit card. Kaunti lang naman ang ginalaw ko dyan. Ayaw kong ang galawin yan. What? What did you do last night? Kumunot ang noo nito kaya naman napatas ang aking gilay. Nothing, mabilis kong sabi. I was sweating bullets still like when I was a kid and I knew I did something wrong. Hindi pa naman pala alam ni Papa so much for jumping into conclusions. Sinuri pa niya ako ulit. What happened, Chris? He added which I repeatedly told him. Nothing. Napanatili kong diretso ang aking mukha sa kanyang pangkikilatis ngunit sumuko naman ito kaagad. Bumuntong hininga si Papa at pinagsalikop ang dalawang kamay na nakapatong sa table. Pinaglaruan ko na lamang ang mga daliri ko. With all honesty, I really hate this part of the house. Your sister called me again yesterday. She's been at it since days after you left. I just thought that you are the first person to know. Paninimula ni Papa. Tila ba nag-shutdown ang aking mga iniisip at nag-focus ako doon. Yun pala ang kanyang dalahin, isang malaking bagay na hindi ko inaasahan. Pero alam kong darating. I haven't really been updating myself about my old self. It was paused in purpose because I couldn't handle it. And now? Anong sinabi niya? Anong pinag-usapan niyo po? Taimtim kong sabi. Nagtatanong si Alina kung nasa akin ka raw ba. She's reaching you repeatedly but to no avail. Hindi ba ay nagpalit ka ng SIM? At sabi niya ay pati Facebook hindi ka na makontak. Opo, nahugot ko ang hininga. Yung point kung bakit ako pumunta rito. Ito ay ang pagtakas ko. Nasira na ang buhay ko doon at hindi ko alam kung paanong babalik. At kasama na roon si Alina sa mga taong hindi ko pa kayang balikan. Papa looked restrained as he let out a burnt breath into the air. The thunder coiling in his eyes says that he's not finished yet. Napalunok ako. When she got married, she still called me in the middle of the reception. Your sister is very devastated why you chose to disappear, especially when you're the maid of honor. My father firmly stated, so it did happen. I shouldn't be surprised. Ano ka ba naman, Chris? Tingin mo ba ay uunahin ka ng lalaking mahal mo kaysa sa sinasamba niyang pamilya? Sa tingin mo ba tatalikuran niya ang lahat para sa'yo? Oh, for pet's sake. I was just a short time to Gab, a part of his play for the betterment of their business. Kaya hindi na dapat ako magtaka na natuloy ang lahat. Kaya, bakit ako nasasaktan ng ganito? Bakit umuulit na naman ang mga walang humpay na sakit? Fuck. It hurts so much just from hearing it. Because the truth, I still love Gab. All of my being. I'm still rooted to him. The depths of me sinking repeatedly to the depths of him. Putang ina, mahal na mahal ko pa rin. And what did you say to her? My voice cracked in all places. my tears pooling in the corner of my eyes. Nawalan ako ng pakialam na iiyak na naman ako sa harapan ng aking ama. You're with me. We're living together abroad. Punong-puno ng awa at sakit ang mga mata ni Papa habang pinagmamasdan ako. Niyukom niya ang mga kamao. Iniwas ko ang tingin. That's better than me, still in the Philippines. Hindi niya na ako kaya pang tuntunin at hanapin sa ibang bansa. She has to let me go. We have to lay low for a few weeks, you know? You know how stubborn your sister is. She'd use all her connections to contact you at kapag nalaman niyang nandito lang tayo ay baka kung ano pa ang isipin. No publicity just for a month or two, maybe. Tumawag ba si Gab? Did he ask how I'm doing? Tanging nasabi ko lang. Nanginginig ang buong kalamnan ko sa galit at matinding sakit na nararamdaman. My face was probably all red and wet from restraining myself. Hirap akong huminga. Tumango si Papa. He wants me to take you away as far as I could. Kinagat ko ang pangibabang labi. Lasang-lasa ko ang tanso dahil sa dugo. Ngunit, mas masakit ang aking dibdib. Of course, he'd want me away. I might destroy? No. I already destroyed his and his wife's perfect image. And did I fucking cringe at that word? Wife. That's just it? Wala na siyang tinanong pang iba? Dahan-dahan kong tanong. Sobrang sikip ng aking dibdib lalo pa nang umiling si Papa. I almost jumped from my seat and rounded Papa's corner. Confusion was written all over his face. Huli na nang malaman niyang inaabot ko ang kanyang cellphone sa loob ng kanyang suit. Lumipad ang aking mga kamay sa pakikipag-away sa kanya. Tumitilapon ang mga rumaragasang luha mula sa aking mga mata kasabay ng pagkawala ng aking kontrol. Paulit-ulit kong inaabot ang kanyang cellphone ngunit pinipigilan ako ni Papa. I just wanted to make him understand that Gab wouldn't push me away like that, would he? I hoped he'd understand that what he went through isn't like mine. A short and secret rendezvous where both parties left after. Gusto ko lang marinig ang boses ni Gab. Sinasabing, ako pa rin. Katulad ng kanyang mga sinasabi noon. The room was filled with my screams as my hands failed. Hilam na hilam ang aking mga mata sa luha. Hindi na ako makahinga pa sa paghahagulgol. Niyakap lamang ako ng mahigpit ni Papa upang pigilan ang aking mga kamay. He talked with force as to how I could deal with all of this, but I couldn't understand him. All I could see were his eyes full of hurt for his daughter. I felt like I was dying, standing in the middle of hell's fury, tasting nothing but burnt promises on my tongue. Dumilim ang aking paningin at nawala ng malay. Sa aking pagmulat ng mga mata ay nag-focus itong lahat sa intabladong tanging naiilawan sa buong auditorium. Ang puso kong kanina pang sumasabay sa dagundong ng speaker ay mas lalong bumilis ang tibok ng pangalan ko na ang banggiting. Canaveri Cristina Valle T. Bachelor of Science in Nursing. My adrenaline was spiking the whole time I was in our stage. Ngiting-ngiti ako sa kamera habang hawak ang diploma. Ang aking itim na kapa ay namamayagpag. I could not help but reminisce so much important things in my life. It all but flashed in my head within nanoseconds, starting from the beginning where I was just working my ass off of that bistro. This was my defining moment, to finally achieve something, and my life just went on sequence mode in just 0.seconds. Kumaway ako sa aking mga pinsan na nasa ibaba at kinakuya. They were like a small battalion against the cheers of the many families here too. Now that my pre-med was done, I was so ready for a break. Then of course, another journey in the medical school that I've chosen a few months ago. Pagkatapos ng aking graduation ay dumiretso na kami sa bahay. Actually, Papa wanted an extravagant celebration in a fancy hotel, but I declined. Ang gusto ko ay simple lamang at intimate. And besides, I was not in the mood to share my special moment with the public no matter how sometimes I like it. I knew that this was just my first ride and there would be more to come, especially in my chosen field. But my heart felt like it was bursting. Everybody was here and having fun, and the food was majestically all Filipino cuisine. Where's Arjun? Hindi ba't sabi niya papunta na siya kanina? That asshole. Sabi ko kay Romina nang hindi mahanap ang kapatid niya. Language! The kids are here! Kuya Vic's voice boomed from our very sparkly garden. Sorry, I shouted back, winking at his youngest and third daughter, Yuna. I proceeded to harangue my cell phone and called Justin. We are in pursuit! Her high-pitched voice was reaching levels of octave. Siya ang kasama ni Arjun kanina nung umalis ito pagkatapos kong mahawakan ang aking diploma. Ewan ko lang kung bakit pero natutunugan kong dahil sa recent niyang babae. What do you mean in pursuit? I was hysterical over the phone. Romina overheard and began to fire lengthy profanities over the phone for Arjun. Was it Kate, Linda, or it's Daniel this time? Halakhak ni Beth sa tabi. It's Vanessa! Justin shouted through the speakers and just in time, Arjun came busting through the doors. His hair was messy, bedroom messy, and his neck was full of chikinini. Arjun! Why are you so late, boy? Kanina ka pa inaantay ng pinsan mo. Ni Tito Bernard, ang ama ni Arjun. But before he could answer, Justin came second busting through our doors and pointed accusingly at him. I hate that woman. After his interrogation, hinilala namin ito ni Romina paalis sa maraming tao. Si Beth ay lulugulugong sumunod sa akin. So, where was it? I opened my palm, the shiny stone resting on my fingers glistening. Oh yeah, I didn't forget that one. Justin helped me get away with the surveillance cameras and you owe me big time. Inilapag ni Arjun ang isang itim na flash drive sa aking palad. This was the one and only copy of the presentation earlier in grad, and some of it was recorded live. Romina wasn't able to convince the student council or the president of the council rather dahil iyon ang recent na lalaking kanyang napaiyak. She considers him fling, while he considers my cousin the whole universe itself. You got it. Thanks! Nag-thumbs up ako kay Arjun. You sure that Sian was just a friend? Bigla ang singit ni Beth, smiling oh so smugly. Yes, Beth, a very, very close friend of mine. Pinandilatan ko ito. The drive I made Arjun snatch from the council was very important because it contains very important happenings inside the school. Isa pa, naroon din ang mga ilang baby pictures, throwback pictures, etc. etc. I was actually planning a little presentation for Sian since it's his birthday next week. Gusto ko ngang hintayin na lang ang kanilang i-upload ngunit masyadong matagal yon. And Sian? He wouldn't give me his toddler pictures or his prom or his most embarrassing moment in school, which were all in my hands now. Isosoli ko rin naman ito. Sila ang may problema kasi ayaw nilang magpahiram. Sabi ko habang naglalakad na kami patungong garden. Suddenly, the little crowd of my family maid wasn't there anymore and so was some of the lights. Bumilis kaagad ang tibok ng aking puso. I practically jumped when Arjun covered my eyes with something. You'd think we'd let you go that easy, huh? Halakak ni na Romina at Beth. Marahan akong tinutulak. Naririnig ko ang mga bulong ni Yuna kaya natatawa na rin ako. Surprise! Everybody shouted and my blindfold was released. Pumutok ang mga party poppers at nagliparan ang mga confetti sa ere. A 3-layered cake was delivered to me and some of the icings were gone. Agot pointed at Yuna and we all laughed. Aside from the cake were mountains of wrapped gifts on one table. Happy graduation, Chris. I know my little sister can do it. Humaling si Kuya Vic sa aking pisngi, ruffling my hair in the process. Thank you, thanks. Ngiting-ngiti ako habang sinusukli ang kanilang mga yakap at beso. Nape-pressure na ako ngayon dahil papasok na ako sa medical school. The last one to come to me was Papa. He already gave his gift earlier before the march. It was a Cartier pearl set and it was expensive enough already. Congratulations, Chris. I'm so proud of you, my baby. He lazily smiled and placed something on my open palms. I felt something squarey, rectangly. Thank you, Papa, for everything. Niyakap ko ito ng mahigpit. I couldn't have done this without him. He had been my pillar for the past few years and we managed to build a solid ground from the falling one. It was my greatest decision on that day. Nang kumalis ako rito ay bahagyang nasira ang kanyang perpektong styled na buhok. I pretend to dab my 2 fingers on my tongue and fixed his hair. Wait, is that a car? Tito, you gave Chris another car? Hindi makapaniwalang saad ni Arjun. How come she's already had 2 cars? Dad! It's not making clink-clink, so it's not, idiot. Ani Romina. I laughed out loud. Relax, Arjun. It's not a car. It's a card. Card. I emphasized the last letter difference. Ginaya naman ako ni Yuna kaya napahagalpak kaming lahat. A condo unit? Jeez! I'd love that more than a car. Arjun moaned in despair. I spent my whole evening like this until one by one they got sleepy and decided to call it a night. Ang gaan ng aking pakiramdam at tila ba lumilipad lamang. Pagkatapos akong kausapin ni Papa bago siya matulog ay naligo na ako at magbihis. Susunduin ako ng trio dahil magsisimula na ang after party. So, this isn't actually a party. It's more of a family thing. The actual party starts later. I wore a black midriff dress which has a long slit, almost peeking into my pelvic bone. My hair was undone from its tied up though a while ago. Discarding the Cartier, I put heavy makeup and pair of hoop earrings. Chapter 43. With all the after-graduation parties thrown around, I couldn't keep track of my days. Sinamahan pa ito ng ilang mga interviews ng press at saka mga formal celebrations ni Papa. Ang hindi ko lamang kinakalimutan ay ang nalalapit na birthday ni Sian. What are you planning this summer, Chris? Ani Papa habang sabay kaming kumakain ng breakfast. Really? At this point? I'm still busy so humigop ako ng kape. Masyadong maraming invites na mahirap tanggihan dahil kakakulo pa lamang ng graduation. Maybe another week or so. Party again, Chris? His tone held disapproval. I'm enjoying the good life, Pa. Parang hindi ka naman nakaranas nito noon. Just let me and I promise something will come up after this. Grinning, I picked up my fork and swirled it up in the air. Fine. How about you? Why aren't you having fun? Ngumisi ako rito habang sumusubo ng kanin. Tumaas ang kilay nito sa akin at ang lukot sa gilid ng mga mata ay mas lalong naging ebidente. Para bang isang malaking kasalanan ang pagpaparty sa kanyang edad. Mas lalong lumawak ang ngiti ko. You need to loosen up sometimes. Minsan ka na nga lang magkasino tapos nakakulong ka palagi sa Kapitolyo. I know someone if you're interested. Fling-fling. Suggestion ko. Papa berated me with his wisdom words with a little bit of Spanish profanities. Napahagalpak lamang ako sa hindi niya pagka-interesante. Nagbibiro lamang ako pero kung gusto pa naman niyang magkaroon ay ayos lang naman sa akin. Busy na kasi ako at siya naman ay kailangan ng kasama. Fling-fling. He quoted me and snorted. Bumunghalit muli ako ng tawa. What a bitter creature! Bago siya umalis ay kinausap muna ako nito tungkol sa detalye ng birthday ni Sian. Gaganapin kasi ito sa isang sikat na hotel and resort sa Manila dahil tiga doon ang mga most relatives niya. Ani ay doon na rin muna ako magstay sa aking kondo dahil hindi naman yun doon kalayuan. I was once again alone eating. trying to make sense of all the outfits I picked for that stupid monkey's grand debut. Nawala ang mga damit sa screen ng aking phone dahil sa biglaang may tumawag. It was an unknown number and hell! Umagang-umaga, may tatawag sa akin. Nevertheless, I answered it. Bibihira lamang ang may alam ng number ko, kaya kung sino man ito ay may gustong sabihin. Hello? Magiliw kaagad ang buntong hininga sa kabilang linya. Kumunot ang aking noo. Babae ang nasa kabila. Who's this? Matalim kong sabi. Napapatigil sa pagnguya ng pagkain. Oh God, Chris, it's really you. I was calling you last night but you're not answering. I was thinking I got the wrong number but no. Masayang-masaya ang boses ng babae. Her slight accent made it hard for me not to remember. Nabuhusan ako ng isang timbang yelo. Lumamig ang likod ko sa pamilyar na boses na yun. Ang bawat himaymay ng katawan ko ay literal na nanginig. Is it really her? After all these years? Ate Alina? Nagbitak ang aking boses sa gulat at pagkamangha. Tumibok ng kaybilis ang aking puso. Holy! Yes, it's me! How are you, Chris? I missed you so much. How was your stay abroad? I was told na umuwi na raw kayo last month. I'm fine. Mabilis kong sabi, and I missed you too. Marahan kong inilapag ang aking mga kubyerto sa takot na mabitiwan ko na lamang ito basta. I was feeling something euphoric so I couldn't help the shaking of my limbs and breath. I missed her bubbly attitude, the rays of sunshine whenever she spoke. But we were never abroad, and I didn't have to come home since I was already home. Those were all lies. How are your studies? Are you really doing fine? I can't wait to see you, Chris. We have so much to talk about. You need to update me about your life and you need to hear me too. I really missed you. Ang matinis na ligaya sa kanyang boses ay bumaba patungong nanlalambing. Napakagat ako sa labi, hindi rin ako makapaniwalang kausap ko na siya ngayon. May kung anong humihigpit sa aking puso kasabay ng kung anong paggapang sa aking balat. Me too. We talked for about how many minutes. She did most of the talking dahil hindi ako makapagsalita ng matino. Marami siyang tinanong and I was answering almost indifferently and I admit, I felt guilty even that slightest thing. Pinaglalaroan ko na lamang ang aking pagkain sa pinggan dahil ang kalahating parte sa akin ay wala ng gana. Ang natira naman ay masaya at mangha pa rin. Was it a good combination? Sakto ang dating mo, Chris. We're having a family reunion and I want you to come. Sakto! Her plans were solid and I didn't have a say on it. She mentioned some luxury hotel and resort in Manila. Really? I knew that place because its rate had gone skyrocket. Tuloy-tuloy ang kanyang bibig at tanging nagawa ko lamang ay mag-ipon ng lakas ng loob. Para akong nabibilaukan. I'm busy, so I tried, but damn it. No way, Chris. That won't work on me. And besides, it's summer. Tinaon talaga naming summer para lahat ay dadalo. Huwag mo rin kakalimutan na hindi ka dumalo sa aking kasal. I felt like all the air in my lungs got knocked out. The mere mention of her wedding made the circulation of my blood stop. Isang malaking bato ang pilit kong nilunok at tumingala. That was not actually only guilt-tripping, but for her to stop. I said yes. I actually said yes. Pumayag ako ng walang pag-aalinlangan at pagkatapos noon ay nagpaalam na rin ito. Hingal na hingal kong binaba ang aking cellphone sa lamesa. I was feeling something next to a panic attack. My mind was basically shutting down. I got up, fast, and showered. Dinampot ko ang susi ng sasakyan tsaka bumaba na. Kinabeth po ako, nanang. Sigaw ko bago umalis. Ang bahay ni Beth ay sa isang tahimik na subdivision. Hindi naman yun pala alis kaya naroon nga raw siya, sabi ng kanilang mga tauhan. Gusto ko lamang ay huwag kainin ng panic sa bahay namin. Not that it was a big deal, was it? Beth was watching some indie film when I walked inside her room. Sa aking pagdating ay tanging sulyap lamang ang natanggap ko at muli itong bumalik sa panonood. Sumisid ako kaagad sa kanyang tabi sa kama. "What's up? Ang aga mo yatang nagising." Pambungad niya. Buti pang isang ito ay nakukuha ang aking morning schedule. "I need you, Beth. That's why I came here. I want to make a confession." Kumapit ako ng kahihigpit sa kanyang braso ngunit pilit niya itong inaalis. I pouted. "Do I look like a nun? Do I look like I go to church?" Pag-irap niya sa akin. "Bethlehem!" Pinandilatan ko ito ng mga mata. Parehas kaming nagulat ni Beth nang biglang bumukas ang kanyang pinto. Pumasok ang si Romina na hawak ang kanyang paboritong coffee habang may katalakan sa telepono. "Who was that? President Clarence?" Nag-Indian seat ako. Kaninang papunta ay tinext ko siya na magtutungo ako rito kay na Beth. "Is it obvious?" Nag-aalala niyang tanong. Tumango naman ako. Nobody irked her like that boy. Marahil, opposite na opposite silang dalawa ng kanyang ex. Ugh! I fucking hate him. He's acting like a psycho ex-boyfriend. Hindi nga kami nagtagal ng 2 buwan dahil hindi ko matagalan ang kanyang nerdy glasses. Didn't you confess that his glasses turn you on? Off! Itinaas ko ang aking mga kamay bilang pagsuko. Although naaalala ko talaga sa isang club noon, tuwang-tuwa raw siya dahil ala pa siya naging boyfriend na studios. Hindi ko na lang sinabi dahil magiging dragon na naman yan. Sus! So, why are we here? Bakit ka nag-text na kikitain mo ako rito WhatsApp? Ibinaling ni Romina ang atensyon sa akin at the same time, Beth too looked serious. Mas lalo lamang ako nilabasan ng butil-butil na pawis. I may have let them catch on just snippets about my past, why I came here. But that's it. Hindi nila alam ang buong kwento and I wanted it to stay like that. But right now, you look like you've seen a ghost, Chris. Oh God, ano na? Romina shrieked and made it worse. Okay, damn it, Romina. Gigil ko itong hinirapan. They huddled towards me like I'm some of piece of a black Nazarene. Lutang na lutang ako pagkatapos kong ikwento sa kanilang dalawa ang nangyari noon. I'm so going to crush his face. Dapat idinidemanda mo yan, Chris. He made you his mistress. You should have manipulated Tito Nick to do something. God! Romina kept flinging her hands in front of my face. Tinabig ko yon at pinandilatan ko siya. Hindi ganun kadali, Romina. My broken state couldn't think straight that time. It needed so much planning and my sister would never survive that trauma. Depensa ko. And you would? I already did. Matama kong sagot. Somehow, it made my heart roar in pride. I did this. I did all of this. Kung sinabi mo yan sa amin noon pa lamang, matagal na borado sa mundo yung apilyedong Diamiano. Ang kapal na mukha niyang kalabanin ang isang Canaveri. Major asshat. You know, I can't afford that kind of war, Romina. As much as possible, ayokong malaman ni Alina. She'd surely break. Sumandala ako sa headboard at hinilot ang sentido. How can I resolve this? Untangle myself in this? Then, don't go. Beth piped in. I say, you don't have to go, Chris. Hindi ka naman nagpunta noon, so what's a simple family reunion to the wedding of the year? Tama si Beth, pero wouldn't that make me seem, I don't know, magmukha akong hindi pa nakaka-move on? You mean you're bitter? And you haven't moved on at all? Sinamaan ko ng tingin itong dalawang magpinsang ginigisa ako. Ang sabi ko ay tulungan nila ako sa aking desisyon, hindi ang lutuin sa sarili kong apoy. What makes you think that way? Mali kayo nang iniisip dahil ang punto ko rito, kapag nagpunta ako roon, you can't expect me to act like nothing happened because I can't. I can't fucking do that. It's disgusting. Do you want me to act like nothing happened? Beth? Romina? Matinding angil ko. You will look like a tanga, especially to that Diamiano, so don't. Ani Romina na sinang-ayunan naman ni Beth. Then, what do I do? Forgive. Yes. Forget? Never. Forgiveness is the only thing acceptable that you can do, Chris. So, you need to forgive and for pet's sake, huwag ka nang dumalo. Tumigas ang pangako. I hated it when Beth said it right. Palagi naman itong tama sa mga ganitong sitwasyon. Ngunit ayoko lang i-acknowledge. I won't ever forget because it probably scarred me the most in my lifetime. But I also have other factors of my life to stress about and not just live with that ache. If I were you, sasama ako sa reunion. I'll bring a +1 with me. A very hot +1, Chris. Niyugyug ako ni Romina sa balikat, tila ba ang plano niya ang pinaka-epektibo sa lahat. Romina, pagbabawal ni Beth. Imagine, Chris, you'll be alone in there like a sheep with a pack of wolves. And for sure, aaligid sa'yo ang lalaki yun, but you'll be Damiano-proof because of a +1. He'll think that you had already moved on and that you're with someone better. Trust me, it's a good comeback plan. Sa magkaibang palo at bira ni na Romina at Beth ay mas lalo lamang akong naguluhan. Days passed and came the day of Sian's special day. I messaged him on Facebook and posted a photo of us together in my Instagram account. Hindi ko pinansin ang sandamakmak na likes at comments doon dahil nakatuon ang pansin ko sa komento ni Sian. Sian.Neuro commented, I thought you're mad at me. You're not answering my texts and calls. Napangiti ako. Parte naman yun ng plano. Binuksan ko pang isa niyang komento. Sian.Neuro commented, Thank you, Doktora. See you. I didn't bother to reply dahil nag-impake na ako. Kasabay ko ang aking mga pinsan at ilang mga kaibigan patungo sa Manila. Sa airport pa lamang ay si Arjun na kaagad ang bumabangka ng usapan. Is the girl he's with at the bowling lane with us? Kunot noong tanong ni Romina. He's really serious about that girl? Sabi ko. Napapataas ang kilay. Sinipat ko ang mga kasama namin ngunit hindi naman nakikita ang mala Brazilian na ganda. Well, Arjun's not the type to have a one-time thing girl. I mean, he could have an STD screwing girls around and I pity the poor girls he's playing with at the moment. I know, right? I swear, if my little brother brings that stupid gold digger inside our house. She's not with us pero nakita ko yung nakasamang naghatid. You probably saw her face. Singit ni Beth. That fuck face? Sa pagkakarinig ay may umakbay kaagad kay Romina na barkada niyang lalaki. Nagisa-gisa siya roon at siya naman ang naging sentro ng usapan. Our pack finally left the island and arrived at the metro hours after. Sinalubong kami ni Sian sa airport pa lamang. Mabutit baka mamaya na kami magkita sa hotel dahil hindi tulad ng mga kasama namin na dito na talaga sa hotel. Kaming tatlo ni na Romina ay sa kondo ko tutuloy. Happy birthday! Thanks for the invite. Humiti lang ako ngunit niyakap niya ako at saka bineso. Nanunodyo ang iba naming mga kasama kaya napailing na lamang ako. However, I pulled away and admired this creature in front of me. Sian was wearing a dark blue shorts and a white V-neck shirt. Ang kanyang itim na Ray-Bans ay mas napahighlight ang kanyang pagkamistiso. Thanks for the invite? Really, Chris? That's all you can manage? Peke itong napahiya at inakbayan ako. Mas lalo lamang nagkagulo ang grupo. Damn it. That's all you will receive if you keep on doing this. Sian, my shoulders hurt. Pagrereklamo ko dahil sa 6-footer na katulad niya, hindi ready ang pag-akbay sa akin. You got something for me? Is that really you or this is just your decoy? Nag-irapan ko ito ay patuloy pa rin ang kanyang pang-aasar kahit na tinutulungan niyang ilagay ang aking mga gamit sa sasakyan. The veins in his upper arms protruded more. Where's my mean Chris? Did you leave her back at Cebu? Lumapit ito sa akin pagkatapos. The other girls in our group eyed me with envy. Ngumiti lamang ako sa kanila. It's your birthday, so you're spared. Get it? Tara na nga. Pinandilatan ko ng mga mata si Sian, ngunit ngumuso lamang ito sa akin. Tinaasan ko siya ng kilay, ngunit umiling ito. What? Sian helped too with Romina in Beth's things sa trunk ng taxi. Ang mga natira ay sa van and Sian visibly showed his disapproval. Hindi ko siya pinansin. Nang si Arjun na lamang ang naglalagay ng mga gamit ng kapatid ay dumungaw si Sian sa bintana ng taxi. Nakakahawa ang kanyang ngiti at kislap ng mga mata. Napanguso ako dahil umaakyat ng dugo sa aking mga pisngi. Damn it, Sian. Susundin ko kayo mamaya, alright? We can't have all the fun if my favorite girls are missing. Anya. Oh, thanks, Sian. Happy birthday ulit. Satsat ni Romina sa likod kaya kumaway si Sian. Nang isnab lamang si Beth. Fine. Tumawag ka muna dahil baka nagpapahinga pa itong mga kasama ko. Sabi ko at saka tinanggal ang aking sunglasses. Or maybe we could steal a few hours where you're staying. The pool area, cheap ramen restaurant, old movie house. Sian was using his bedroom voice at me again, but I'm so immune to that. Yun at yun na lang palagi ang akala niya gagana sa kahit na sinong babae, but not me. Dadalhin mo ako sa Sine 20? Banat ko kaagad. Humagalpak si Romina sa likod. Napakamot lamang sa ulo si Sian, ngunit parang mga damo sa bahay ay maintained ang ngiti ni Sian. What Sian was trying to say was, Romina cleared her throat. Birthday sex. Namula kaagad ang leeg ni Sian at tila ba gustong magtago sa may side mirror. Miski ako gusto ko na lamang kainin ng lupa. I hate Romina. Hey, hands off birthday boy. Busy lang ako, tinatangay mo na ang mga alaga ko. Shoo! Arjun came to the rescue and pulled Sian away. Kumaway sa akin si Sian at ngumiti. Kumaway ako pabalik. Pinanunood ko ang pagtungo nito sa van but he stood somewhere Arjun couldn't see him. He's making goofy faces at my cousin. You three will not go anywhere besides here and there. Understood? I still love my life and I don't want to be disowned when we return. Arjun said his final goodbye. Sa hotel din siya tutuloy dahil puro babae raw kami. Go away, squealer! Romina fling her hands at him and disappeared on the back seat. Ako ang nakipag-areglo kay Arjun dahil siya ang aming bantay. Bago makaalis ang taxi ay sumaludo ito sa akin. Si Sian sa kanyang likuran ay kumakaway sa akin. We arrived at my flat within minutes. Nag-ayos muna ako ng gamit tsaka umidlip ng kaunti. Nang magising ay naamoy ko kaagad na nagluluto si Beth ng merienda. Si Romina ay busy sa pagpili ng mga damit. What's cooking? I said out loud as I made my way towards the skyline view of the whole metro. Thousands of buildings charged towards the big blue sky like giant warriors defending the land. The medallion up in the sky was almost asleep. His colors divided of yellow, orange, blue, dark blue. Ilang milya pa man ang aking layo sa tinitirhan ko noon, nararamdaman ko ang pamilyar na gapang ng hangin sa aking balat. I'm getting closer to where I left a big part of me, and the feeling was a mixture of radiating glee and longing. But somehow, I felt safe on myself right now. I miss that part of me, but where I'm standing right now, I felt safe. My soul was done searching in this state and I'm perfectly okay with that. Tumingin ako sa aking paligid. Nasa anong palapag ako ng isang matayog na building. Kaya ano ang mararamdaman ko kung binigyan ako ng pagkakataong bumalik ulit doon sa luma kong apartment? What would it feel to go back? Christina! I said your phone's ringing! Bulyaw ni Romina sa aking gilid kaya napaigtad ako. Kinagat ko ang labi at inilihis ang tingin sa nag-aaway na mga infrastruktura. Tinungo ko na ang cellphone para sagutin ang tawag ni Sian. We have a problem. Arjun wouldn't leave me alone so he's with me right now. Nasa iba ba na kayo? Dinampot ko ang aking sunglasses at saka Nagpaalam kina Beth na bababa saglit. Yeah, I was hoping for an alone time with my doktora but do that and I will cut you, ani Arjun sa background, earning a deep chuckle from Sian. The chuckle made my insides fluff. We'll wait for you, Chris. Arjun shouted once again and the call died. Napailing na lamang ako. Pagkababa ko ng elevator ay nakita ko na kaagad sila Arjun at Sian sa lobby. Both was being eye-fucked by the whole lot women passing. Napairap ako nang tumungo sa pwesto nila. What do you want, Arjun? Bungat ko. Hey! I was just checking if this little monkey fools around with my little cousin at saka sumabay lang din ako, no? Defensive niyang sabi. Humalukip-kip ako. Nagtungo si Sian sa aking likuran. He was mouthing something towards Arjun so that I wouldn't see. Boys. Hanggang dito ba naman, Arjun? You still have girls here? Hindi makapaniwala kung saan. Mayroon nga siya sa amin, mayroon pa rito. No, yes, I mean, no! Napanguso siya. Then, I felt hands on my shoulders, tapping each fingertip. Sian? I mean, I have business here. Dad and Tito Nick said I should handle this one since Kuya Vic was out of country. Business. Pure business. I swear, I even brought my laptop with me. Itinaas niya ang itim na bag na dala kaya naman nakumbinsi na ako. Merong kamag-anak si Sia na nakita kaya naman nagpaalam ito kagad sa amin at tumungo doon. Hinayaan ko ito dahil may tinuturo si Arjun sa aking likuran. There! We're his client. I'm having a private meeting with him downtown. You wanna come? Tumango si Arjun sa akin ngunit nang lingunin ko ang kanyang tinutukoy ay nawala ang aking ngiti. Unti-unti ay para bang tinutupok ako ng apoy na noon pa nagbabaga. I got shocked to my bones and soul. Kung kanina ay nagulat lamang ako, ngayon ay kinukuryente ako. Hanggang sa lamang loob ko, hanggang sa aking kaluluwa. Masculine strides were made towards me. The glare in his eyes never faltering. It spoke harsh and cold, even this whole structure cracked. Arjun, tila ba gusto kong tumakbo paalis sa building na ito. Good afternoon, Mr. Damiano. I'm the son of Senator Bernardo Canaveri. He's attending urgent matters right now. He sent me to discuss business with you. My cousin smiled tightly. I understand, Mr. Canaveri. This is my cousin Christina Canaveri. Chrissy? Pinuwestra ako ng aking pinsan patungo sa lalaking ito. Tumagilid ang kanyang ulo sa akin. His brooding eyes burned at my sight. Sa bigat at mapanuri ng kanyang tingin ay nawawalan ako ng lakas. Nanghihina ako. Good afternoon. The Italian accent is so thick I could almost taste it on my own tongue. Dripping and delving, it sounds so husky and low, yet full of authority. Halos hindi ko maibaling ang tingin sa lalaking nasa harapan ko ngayon. 3 taon. 3 taon na ang nakalipas. At dito na po muna natin tatapusin ang ating pagbabasa sa ngayon. Kung nagustuhan mo po ang ating episode today, please hit the like button. At kung hindi ka pa nakapag-subscribe, please hit the subscribe button and bell on na rin para updated ka sa mga bago nating update. Thank you so much for listening and hanggang sa muli!